Alright guys, today's video, we're going to be checking out Super Castlevania IV on the Super NES. Now, I recently played through this game, so we're going to be jumping into the playthrough here in just a little bit. But before we get to that, I really just wanted to kind of like touch on the game a little bit, my experience with the franchise really going forward, and what takeaways I got from the game. Super Castlevania IV, I played this pretty early on when the Super NES came out. I grew up on classic NES Castlevania, so if you guys have been to the channel before, I've touched on the franchise quite a bit. Simon's Quest was the first Castlevania I had as a kid growing up, and that was something that me and my brother shared. We had a really special bond with that. He actually had the NES before I did. I had an Atari 2600 because it was kind of like donated to the family, so I remember we had a room set up, almost like a computer room, very early on, and I had like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong on that, but my brother had the NES, so he used to trade games a little bit very early on. So he would come home with different games. And I remember once he came home with Simon's Quest, and I watched him play it with a friend of mine, and just the atmosphere, the soundtrack, just the game's overall, horror themes, it really kind of captivated me very early on. So I was always into the series. As gaming kind of progressed onto the Super NES and the Genesis, onto the PlayStation 1, my heart was always into the NES. And that's why if you go back and look, many of my early playthroughs are like Mega Man, Ninja Gaiden, and Castlevania. Something about the aesthetic of the NES that always draws me to it. Later on, as we kind of grew up, had our careers and jobs and stuff like that. But I remember visiting him once and seeing Super Castlevania on his Super Nintendo. I was still playing the NES, so it kind of really it blew my mind at the time seeing that Castlevania franchise evolved into the 16-bit era, and that was very cool for me. A lot of people ask me, they say, "Hey Jay, what's a great starting point to get into the Castlevania franchise?" And I kind of always just say go with Super Castlevania 4. Super Castlevania 4 is great because it has a great learning curve. So it doesn't just automatically start kicking your ass right away. Whereas if you're playing a Mega Man, you're playing a Ninja Gaiden, you're playing, Super Mario Brothers, you have certain death pits or certain things that are made to it's like a trial and error. It's a way to kind of teach you, hey, if you run into this enemy or object and it knocks you off the screen, it almost blindsides you. It does it almost like in a way to teach you a lesson. Hey, these are going to be obstacles that are coming your way, but more things similar are coming. So you're kind of, as you play through that, you know what to expect a little more. It teaches you as it goes. But with those early entries, it almost just throws you right into it. The main thing with Castlevania 4 outside the aesthetics is the new whip mechanics, which gives you like an 8 directional whipping style. So instead of just going, having those standard whipping, you can now whip up side to side, or you can actually utilize the whip to like hang off of things. So with traditional Castlevania, where you're fighting Medusa heads or you're fighting, certain monsters that have unique patterns to them that are very hard to get with the traditional whip style. What makes Castlevania 4 very enjoyable for many people is that 8 directional whip, where now you can attack enemies from all angles. It not only makes the game a little bit easier to get into, there's so many more options you can do with the whip now. So I always say it's great because, like I said, going back to the learning curve, it doesn't just necessarily just throw you into Castlevania hard. It guides you through it. So like the first few levels, you're going through the fortress, then you're going through the poison marshes and the lakes. Those early stages are very easy to kind of get into, and the enemy difficulty doesn't really ramp up until you really reach Dracula's castle about halfway through the game. So those early adventures through Castlevania 4 kind of build you up. So once you get Count Dracula's castle, then things really take off and shit gets real for a sense. So yeah, that's why I would recommend it, because like I said, it's a great experience where you could, if you practice enough at this game, I guarantee you could beat it. And it's not something that you're just gonna put your controller down like traditional Castlevania. It's something that it's gonna ease you into it, and it's gonna teach you along the way. And then when you get there and you've mastered the whip and you've mastered the mechanics of this game, you're gonna utilize all those things in the later stages. Especially when the really cool stages come, where you have like the mode 7 scaling, and you have the stages where um, the the screen starts rotating and you have to use the whip on a hook to swing you across to get to another part of the area while the stage is rotating around. So it utilized the motive and graphics of the Super Nintendo very well to kind of tell a story within each stage, and I really love that about it as well. Now, going back to Castlevania 4, the story of Castlevania 4, it's a retelling of the original events of Castlevania 1 on the NES. Now, I consider it a retelling of Castlevania 1 and 2 to a sense because in Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, most of it takes place outside of the castle, where in Castlevania 1, it's almost all traditionally done through the castle, in the catacombs below, and so forth. But these are the adventures of Simon Belmont. So you go. What I really love about this game more than anything else is the fact that this game tells a complete story. It's not just going through Dracula's castle and having endless rooms to go through. This game, what it does is you travel all through Transylvania. You start off in like a cottage slash like fortress area, and then you travel from there up a river and go through like a poisonous marsh just to get to caves and other catacombs you find throughout the the terrain. And then from there, you keep moving on until you get to like a almost like a spiraling like fort that has like the big hydras at the top that you fight, the big double-headed dragons. It's just really cool that you fight through. From there, you keep going until you finally get to Dracula's castle, and it really feels as if you've had this full adventure leading up to Dracula's castle, and then from there, you're really in for it. So, if you ever watch like the Netflix series, how in Castlevania the Netflix series, it involves Trevor Belmont, Sypha, and Alucard, and a lot of the story is they're trying to locate Dracula and trying to figure out what's going on behind the scenes, who's like the players and pawns behind things, how to stop the castle from still moving so they can actually ground the castle, and then they go into the events of the show. They have their own, unique story, but very much of that series, that Netflix series, takes place outside a castle. And then when they finally get there, it leads up to the last couple of episodes, for the team that finally fight Dracula and they, take him down. So for me, that almost, runs parallel with Castlevania 4, except, you have Simon Belmont there and you're going up into the castle. So, again, that's where the game really takes, it really ramps up the difficulty. So from there, you're kind of going through some of the events of the original Castlevania 1, and, you do fight, traditionally, you fight the Medusa, you fight Frankenstein's monster again, and then, it's just, there's so many unique stages. You have a room full of gold and treasures. These are all, unique gifts and items, we would say, that was given to Dracula through the years, and he almost has a Scrooge McDuck vault full of gold. It's really cool, and you travel through that entire stage, and then you fight like a big golden bat that breaks apart into smaller bats, and it kind of surrounds you, and then again you have to use your 8-directional whip to hit these bats from different angles. So it's very well done, and the stages are very well executed to really tell you that story. When you finally get to Dracula, it doesn't play around. That last sequence, and you guys stick around and see the playthrough, you have a gauntlet of bosses that you have to do to get to Dracula, and then you eventually run into death at the end of that gauntlet. To me, that stage, and you're going to see it when I come up into the run, where you're just going, you finish the clock tower, you're getting to the top of Dracula's castle, where you always fight him in that iconic room with the staircase leading to Dracula's throne room. That whole area is actually like one big scene, and like I said, one big gauntlet of enemies that you battle through. That's, to me, the hardest part of the game. And why I say that is because you have to run through that entire area on one life. You have to get through the stage, and then with the remaining lives you have to go through those bosses. That whole transition going from the beginning of that stage all the way up to Dracula's throne room, that is the absolute hardest part of the game. And there are so many like unique traps that they set for you, or like you have to climb the stairs just perfectly and pinpoint to jump off of it. And if you turn or you don't jump off of it just right, it drops you down, and then there's no way to get back up on the stage, because as you're climbing this final area to reach Dracula, you have this huge saw blade that's just destroying the ground below you. and you're just kind of just running up. And like I said, one false move, you're done. And then you also have floating platforms at the top of the stage, so it gets really intense. But like I said, this game is beatable. That is the hardest area in the game. You go through this game and you master the mechanics of Castlevania in order to get to this part. Not only do you beat it, but you feel accomplished doing it because you've taken everything you've learned up to this point. You've mastered your sub weapons. You've mastered your whip mechanics. You've mastered just how to fight enemies along the way. That once you finally get to Dracula and you defeat him and you watch the castle crumble, you get this very great sense of accomplishment because you feel like, hey, I finally did it. And that's what I love about this game. And when people say that, like, you know, they compare a linear adventure to like an open world adventure or to like a Metroidvania style, I love that Metroidvania style and I love that open concept. But also, when you have that linear style where you have a specific sequence of events that you need to get through, and it's you in that stage, and you know, you mastering those patterns, that to me is accomplishment like no other. It's beating that challenge that's specifically set for you. And as you keep getting beaten down, you keep coming back and you keep learning. And you know, as humans, we're creatures of habit, so learning from our mistakes and growing gives us a sense of accomplishment. So I feel that you can get that very much in Super Castlevania 4. Yeah, I'm really excited to dive into that with you guys today. Like I said, check out my playthrough. Let me know how you did. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, thumbs up it, thumbs down it. You know, let me know. And really, why I come on here so much, and you know, I like to critique these games because I like to critique them with you guys. What takeaways did you guys get? And if you've played through Super Castlevania 4 and you've had a great experience, or you've had a bad experience, let me know. I'm always open for criticism, so let me know where I made a mistake or where I can get better, because really I do these playthroughs not only to, you know, hang out with people as I play through them and get to know people, but also like I like to put my playthroughs out there because I like to share my experiences with the community. Guys, again, Rockin' Cat Reviews right here on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitch. I post all my streams from my Twitch onto my YouTube. So check me out at any of my other social media platforms, guys. Without further ado, here is my playthrough of Castlevania 4. So guys, thanks again, and I will see you next time. So take care. Alright guys, it is time for some Super Castlevania 4. Yeah. It's been a while since I played this one, but I'm pretty excited to jump into it. I mean, back in the day, this was a big deal because this was a very early launch title for the Super Nintendo. I think it came out like around, what, 91? Yeah, 91 Konami. So you figure the same year as the Super NES came out here. Before we jump into it, let's make sure. Right. Everything's good. Let's start. Rockin' Cat Reviews. Hear the squeakiness of my Super controller. You know what's funny is the NES controllers, as old as they are, I don't hear it at all on them, but Super NES controllers, man, they squeak. I think it has something to do with the plasticking over time. The plastic over time. Did you ever notice how like Super NESs tend to yellow and the shells get a little brittle? I think it has something to do with the plastic that is mixed into the housing for the controller and the console, because all my fucking Super NES controllers squeak. Let me get my bearings here for a second. Hit my moonwalk. Now, a lot of people love this Castlevania just mainly for just how smooth the controls are, number one. The soundtrack's very good. And on top of it, it's almost like a retelling of the original game, because you are playing as Simon Belmont here. So it's essentially the retelling of 1. It could be elements of Simon's Quest in here as well, but I think it's very much Castlevania 1. And this music's iconic. I thought there was a pork chop down here. Maybe not. There we go. It's like a haunted barn or something like that. You got these like decapitated horse heads. It's like a cottage. Yeah, the 8-directional whipping in this game is super satisfying, but it's like it almost makes it too much an advantage. Like, especially for like Medusa heads and stuff, like you don't have to jump up to hit them. And that right there is like OP. Alright, let's see how we do here. Ooch! Got him. Okay. So that is one down. One sec, guys. That's good. Okay, so now we are traveling through the haunted cemetery. Ooh, that was a close call. Yeah, what I really love about this as well is there's so many really good locations in Castlevania 4. Like, there's so much adventure that takes place before you actually get to Dracula's castle that this just all feels, for a game that's, you know, essentially linear, it doesn't feel non-linear, but it just feels very immersive, if that makes sense. Like, there we go. Oh, nice. I'll take that. This game never feels like, you know, it's fucking you over, if that makes sense, like Castlevania hard. Like some of those cheap deaths. You still have the knockback, which I enjoy here. But it doesn't have like a lot of death pits that I'm used to in Castlevania. It's kind of like that with Rondo too, where Rondo doesn't really have, outside like a few of the water stages, most of the stages are pretty fair as far as if you die, you gotta get better. It's not necessarily just like cheap deaths. Got her. I don't even know why they give you invincibility, because it lasts for like 2 seconds in this game. Like, what is that going to do for you in Castlevania? Yeah, see, even just like the world map here, it's so, well done. It's really cool. Making our way through Transylvania. Oh, this is a fun area too. This track's got like a ambiance to it. It's like the calm before the storm. It's very peaceful. Like, you know, it's about to ramp up. Like the first half of this game is pretty laid back. It really just it ramps up when you get to Dracula's castle, but it's very just like smooth as you play through. Like it's very fun and just enjoyable to play through. There's not a lot of high anxiety at this point. Like, I'm not stressed yet, but it's Castlevania. I'm going to be soon. I had to swap out my capture card. If you guys noticed my last stream I did Mega Man X. And the capture card's like fucking up. So like you could see it. I thought the Super NES was bad, so I plugged in another Super NES and I'm like, oh, the quality still looked terrible on my laptop. Switched out the cables because I like to keep it composite. I have an RGB component cable, but I like to keep it a composite because I like to kind of keep that like old school look. That's why I don't like upscale my video quality too much. I like to make it look like an older, you know, playthrough as much as I can. I'm not playing in fucking RF coaxial, but I like to keep it like a little bit like a mid quality. But long story short, I switched out the cables. Still bad. It ended up being my capture card, and I capture off a Mac, so it's a little harder sometimes to get good capture cards, just because they're not as widely available. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited for Castlevania to come back on Netflix. We are in season 5 technically, but season 1 of Richter's story from Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night. Those two games, essentially have the same story or continuation of a story. You could say the adventures of Richter and Alucard, which are be interesting to see where they go now with it. Those things are a pain in the fucking ass because they will spit at me. See? Those, there we go. fishmen will spit at you and knock you down into the water here. So here you kind of have to be mindful. Give me a chicken leg. It's not pot roast in this. It looks like a fried chicken leg that Simon's gnawing at. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, so you gotta move quick there. Because those little bitches will hit you. Boom. We out of there. Nice. Oh. I think there's something over here, maybe? Is there meat here? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna fall somehow, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Not fucking this up. Ooh, I'll take that. Sometimes I forget that you can whip a candle and never come out. It's kind of different. Here we go, guys. Let's see if I can just get him from here. Stay back, because at least he can't knock me off. Not taking the hit and falling off the platform, so. And I got plenty of hearts right now. There's one. Got him. Yeah, that's just plays it safe. That's such a good enemy, too. Making our way through Transylvania currently. Getting clues to Dracula's riddle. Finding out the whereabouts of the castle. feel like there's something down there I need. But... Ooh. Yeah, that was way too close. This music's so good. I did not realize I jumped on that. That's some bullshit. Damn. See what I mean? It's just... Now it's getting a little bit more, like, ramped up. One little mistake can knock you off. One false move, and you're done. Oof, that was close. See, I tried to do that. I guess I went through it. I just overshot it. Got him. Yeah, that part's a pain because you really can't avoid those blocks. I mean, they're gonna land on you regardless. You're gonna take damage no matter what there. Hang on, Simon. There we go. Fuck, I did not see that, dude. This bitch. Got him. This might be the coolest, like, segue right here. Okay, I think this is where I need to get off, maybe? Yeah. This looks about right. No, I think I gotta keep moving. It's like a mini maze. I have been crushed here going after items, so I'm like not. I'm not fucking around. Just gonna take it easy. There we go. Okay, I think I want to keep the axe here too. Boom. Okay, here we go. We got play it cool here. There we go. Come on. Get his ass, get his ass. Whew, here we go. Main thing is just like watching those bricks as they come down. More so than him because he doesn't really move too quickly, so. He probably does the same amount of damage as the bricks if he touches you, but. Okay, now we're getting close to the castle. Yeah, there we go. We're like headed to the courtyard. So we're pretty much there. Like I said, it feels like a whole adventure before you even get here. Look at this. This looks so badass. We are at Dracula's castle. I like how the front door is open. Like he's just waiting for you to arrive. Oh, why did I do that? That was stupid. There we go. These things are nerve-wracking. Of course there's another one of these. Ooh, okay. Whew. Nice. I'll take that. There's gotta be some food or something in one of these walls. I need a pork chop. I wanted that to totally fall on his head. There we go. I think those things do a lot of damage. Might be food. Oh, damn it. I need food, dude. There we go. That was huge. Fucking haunted butlers. Boom. Come on. Dude. Fuck. Oh, man, I thought I had that. Are you serious? Really? I got hit by a candle? I did not think the candles hurt me. Okay, let's do this. Take our time here. Here we go, we got this. Okay, those take 2 hits. So I should have enough time to turn around and hit them. Anything here? Nope. I'm gonna whip every wall because I need to keep my health up. I feel like there was something here. Perfect. Okay, I think I have to wait till they go invisible. Oh, there we go. I love the dancing caskets. Sneak up on everything. If you ran through here, you would get wrecked by these guys. They reminded me of the dancing ghosts in the Haunted Mansion. Anything here? Nope. This stage is pretty generous with the health upgrades there, so... See, it hit me like twice and it was already half damage, so I was moving quick. Okay, we're making pretty good progress. Where am I at now? Moving on. What stage is this? Oh, is this like the library? This is Dracula's Hall of Science. It looks very much like the Belmont Keep. I love how it's underneath the castle in this TV series. Very much Belmont's, like, the Belmont clan. I keep thinking those books are gonna fly off the shelf and hit me, so I'm just like freaking out right now. There we go. Dude, go down the stairs. Please don't fall off. Oh, man. What? Oh, that's where the stage ended. Shit. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, are you kidding me? I gotta start paying attention now. Alright, there we go. Like giant Medusas. That was nuts. Oh, I missed that. I should have taken my time. Damn. Ooh, I just made that. Got it. Oh, that was huge. I needed that big time. Anything over here? Nope, guess not. What the fuck was that? It like disappears. I don't know what that is. The creepy hand. I love it. Here we go, guys. Ooh. Got him. Okay. So far, so good. That is such a sick scene. Down into the catacombs. I think this is my least favorite stage. Place is the worst. Damn it. Hopefully he does not respawn. There we go. I think I'm just gonna take the L right there, get my lives back. Ooh, I did not know I was going to clip that. Ouch. Yeah, this area is no joke. It's not a fun place to be. I think that's gonna work okay. Okay, now we're moving. I got full health, so that's great. Do I want to get up there? Or do I want to ride on it? I forget. Damn it. So do I need to jump on it? Oh, are you kidding me? There we go. That thing does come in handy, though. I thought I could hit it from there. That poison definitely would have killed me if I didn't have those, like, iframes. Okay, part of me thinks I have to be on that thing to clear those, right? Am I crazy? Nope, there we go. Oh, shit. Okay, I just gotta keep moving forward. How many hits does it take? Please, please, please. Yes! That was huge. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I made it. Keep moving. Keep moving, Simon. I really thought there'd be something. Alright, here we go. Oh man, I almost had him. 2 lives, not bad. See, this is what I mean, where things start to get tricky. I want to bring some hearts with me. There we go. Alright, stay back. Wait for him. Got him. Whew! I hate the catacombs, man. They're so tough. It's just those pits and the spikes. Those instant kills really get you. I think I'm gonna restart this one. I'm gonna get my lives back. There we go. Start with my 4. Yeah, this one's tough. Oh, man, I almost had that. Come on, Simon. Let's go. Nothing here, huh? Oh. Really got to get some elevation here. There we go. I don't know if there's hope down there, but I'm not going for it. That was big time. I needed that. Alright, here we go, guys. Honestly, if I can just keep away for the most part, won't be too bad. Oh, here we go. Got him. That's a really cool boss. Here we go. Making our way. This is where it gets serious. Oh, man. I made it out of there. fell for that again. There we go. Let's do this. Oh, we got him now. Got him. Stick and move, stick and move. Man, we're pretty much there. We just got the gauntlet now. The music's so good here. They are moving at me. Come on, Simon. There we go. Got it. That's so iconic. Shit's getting intense right now. Oh man, see, if I'm dead because I gotta keep moving. Yeah, if you fall off the ladder as soon as it breaks, you're done for. So you just gotta keep moving up, even if you take the hit. It's like right here. I guess just coast past them. Like, how do I get over there then? Oh, there's hooks up there. There's hooks up there I didn't see. So that's how you get across. Okay, well I know now. Fuck. Oh, we're gonna continue. Are you serious? I think if you jump, it keeps the bats off you because you're technically going upwards. Oh, fuck, come on. I'm trying to move too fast. It's a bitch. Oh, I took a little break for a few minutes. So, I actually grabbed my glasses because I can see a little better too. Because this area does not fuck around. So, it's a little better. Ooh. Oh, shit. Damn it. Dude, are you kidding me? There we go. That's bullshit. Dude, that thing's moving a lot faster, I feel like. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Dude, I can't get up the fucking stairs now? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, what is it? What is going on here? Did I forget how to climb the stairs? Oh my god. He is hard as shit. That's it. That was way too close. Oh my god, that was close. I shouldn't have got hit by that thing. Holy shit. That was huge. That was a gauntlet. I could use that chicken during the fight, that's for sure. I don't know what makes him shoot 4 fireballs compared to 2. Honestly, I'll take whatever I get here. Here we go. Shit's about to get serious. I think I can take him out with these next two. Come on, one more. He's taking a lot of hits, though. That was a clean run. He just kept shooting those orbs. Now, you chase down those orbs, he's going to drop a chicken bone for you. And, you know, Simon's got to eat good. Look at this. I can't... Get out of here. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. My heart's pounding off that one. I didn't get him on my first try. I mean, I wasn't full health, but, I mean, that was my first try. You know, after I had full health. And I didn't use any power upgrades or anything. So I'm going to save all my crosses so I can just keep whipping him. But the thing is, it starts getting harder because his defense goes up. So he's not taking as much damage. But yeah, guys, that's Super Castlevania IV. Man, what an adventure. Like I said, the biggest thing about that game, and I went on about it at the beginning of this video, you know, I did my review at the beginning, just how immersive the game is. It's just, you're going through these ending credits right now, and it's just, you're going through this huge adventure, and it's just like, I always go back to the Netflix series because how well they did it. It wasn't just fighting in Dracula's castle. It was the experiences with Trevor, with Sypha, meeting Alucard, and your adventures along the way. And Super Castlevania IV does something so unique in that aspect where it's like, you had Simon's Quest, right? You going through Transylvania, you're going to all these different landmarks and castles, and you're collecting bones of Dracula, and you're resurrecting him to essentially kill him. You have to bring him back to lift the curse on Simon. But with this, the locations are so drastically different, and Simon's Quest, you're just kind of going through a lot of much the same. Dracula's Curse, it's very, you get the branching pathways, you got the ghost ship and so forth, and you got all these really cool areas. But with Super Castlevania IV, it's almost fleshed out on the next level than Dracula's Curse, where it's like you got with this area here, you have all these different sequences that can really tell a story even that much better, and can really depict those areas that he's traveling through. So to me, it's like, even though this is a retelling, I would say, of Castlevania 1 with some elements of Simon's Quest 2, it's it's very much a bigger overall experience, and that's what I love. Like I said, it's going through the many areas, the trials and tribulations to get to Dracula's castle, and all those little mini journeys that you make along the way. And like I said, it doesn't it the difficulty spike ramps up very well. Like the game starts off. To me, it's not so challenging the first couple stages, but once you get to Dracula's castle, the catacombs. Oh my god! Here in the library, like there's gonna be areas that you're gonna get picked off, like you know the what is that area? The gold area where you're under it. You're in. It's almost like Scrooge McDuck's vault of gold. You're going through Dracula's like version of that. Um, all the areas are just very well executed. I My only like real drawback of this game is the fact that there's no branching pathways, but it's almost like they combined everything together, so you really don't need it as much with the overall story. Like they fired on every cylinder as far as world settings, areas that you would explore on your way here. So they really, I didn't get my ghost ship in this one, but outside of that, really, you get all the fundamental areas. Here's the clock tower, for instance. Like I said, the difficulty here gets really tough. The hardest part of the game is that last area I just went through, and I got through to the skin of my teeth where I fought those two bosses and then I fought death. But you have to beat all three of those sequentially, or you go back and do that whole area again. Like this stage that they're showing on the screen right now. This stage is so brutal. It's like I needed to sit back and maybe just like practice the stage and go over it a few times more, because I got very lucky here. And if I died on any of these bosses, I wouldn't have beaten it, because I wouldn't have made it to death. And if I did make it to death, I would have made it on like one life. He's harder than death and the gargoyle. This guy, because you gotta like really hit him. He's gonna pop as soon as you hit him. He's going up. He's a pain in the ass, man. This guy is not bad at all. I have tried this game. That's such a fucking great shot. Look at that. I have tried this game on the Castlevania collection, and it feels different. Like I played through this with the control, like the Super Nintendo controller, and it's so much like more fluid. I don't know what it is. It's perfect. But man, look at that. Every character in this game is just so well drawn and just presented by Konami. There you go. All right, guys. I talked to you guys earlier about this. You know what I said. So thanks again for joining me here on the stream. And next time, I will be back with some more Castlevania. So you guys have a fantastic night, and I will talk to you very shortly. Bye-bye.